Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? I hope you'll be fine. Open your books, page 106. Today we'll study about punctuation. What is punctuation? Punctuation is the system of symbols that we use to make what we have written easy to read and understand. Dividing text into paragraphs and sentences and using capital letters is the first stage of the punctuation. First stage of punctuation, what does it mean? It means that the first word of every sentence starts with capital letter. You know that sentences start with capital letters and end with full stops, question marks, or exclamation marks. It depends on the nature of the sentence. In written material, most sentences are statements, hence they end with full stops. Speech and conversations are full of questions and exclamations, so question marks and exclamation marks are necessary in direct speech. They are uncommon outside of direct speech. Punctuation marks are commas, quotation marks, apostrophes, semicolons, colons, hyphens, and dashes. Commas. We use commas for many purposes. For example, they separate groups of words or items in a list or series. As we used and or before the last item, the comma before and or is optional. It means you can place a comma before and or and you cannot be. My sister is studying mathematics, statistics, and economics. The tournament could be held in Karachi, Lahore, or Hyderabad. She ate my porridge, broke my chair, and slept in my bed. Munir works slowly, carefully, and neatly. Their house is large, airy, and cool. When there is a series of adjectives before one noun, we can drop the and before the last one. A tall, well-dressed, tame-looking lady walked into the shop. We do not use commas if the adjectives have a cumulative, you can say, building up effect. For example, we saw some really cute little puppies in the park. The set of direct speech, we used inverted commas for the direct speech. For example, Mr. Shakir said, "Let's all go for a movie tonight." We put them around phrases or clauses that add extra information but do not affect the basic meaning of the sentence. The sentence would be complete and grammatically correct even if these extra words were deleted. For example, most items on sale are, in my opinion, of very poor quality. My uncle and aunt, with their 4 dogs and 3 cats, live in a small cottage. They are used to break up long sentences and to indicate places where one may pause while reading. These commas are not grammatically essential and they do not affect the meaning of the sentence. For example, the door flew open and a lady, clad in some dark colored material with a black veil, entered the room. When she had tried every possible strategy for solving the puzzle and was still struggling. After more than 3 hours, Anjum decided to seek help from her parents. Commas separates introductory words, phrases, and clauses from the rest of the sentences. For example, however, we must wait a while longer. No, Raja has not come to school today. The separate question tags from the rest of the sentence. The weather is lovely, isn't it? We use them to set off the names or title of people being addressed. Akhtar, Miss Aisha is looking for you. We use commas to separate contrasting or comparative statements in a compound sentence. For example, the more you worry, the less you can accomplish. The film was not funny, just boring. So these are some uses of commas. A very important use of commas is punctuating the direct speech. When a sentence repeats the exact words spoken by somebody, they are enclosed in quotation marks and separated from the main sentence by commas. When the quoted words are at the end of a sentence, we put a comma before the opening quote. The full stop, question mark, or exclamation mark at the end of the quotation is within the quotation mark. For example, Rabia asked, "Can I borrow your copy of the Half-Blood Prince?" This is a direct speech which is in the inverted commas. Junaid replied, "Certainly, but my mother is reading it right now. I will give it to you next week." This is direct speech which is enclosed in inverted commas. If the quoted words are at the beginning of the sentence, we put a comma after them before the closing quotation marks. For example, Junaid has promised to lend me the Half-Blood Prince next week, Rabia told her father. So these are more examples. Read them carefully and solve the related exercise. Part A is a related exercise. Fill in the blanks with commas wherever necessary. Where a comma would be wrong, put a cross. First sentence. Our voices sounded strange in the narrow, pitch black tunnel. After the sounded, comma is not necessary, so we have put a cross over here. And after the narrow, comma is necessary. We have put a comma over here. On any other day, comma is necessary over here. I would have been quite happy to see her. In this way, you are to solve this related exercise. Thank you.